This is my cobblestone farm. It's tiny and it doesn't even work anymore. So today I'm going to be building Minecraft's fastest cobblestone farm that can produce 1,000,000 cobblestone an hour. So first I grabbed my pickaxe to get rid of the old farm. Luckily the TNT did a lot of the job for me. There we are, now this area looks completely different. It's really weird seeing this as just flat ground, as the cobblestone farm was one of the first farms I built in this world. But now the old one is gone, I need to start gathering resources to build the new one. So, I'm going to be building the farm in two sections, and the first one is storage. Because this farm produces 1,000,000 items an hour, it needs quite a large storage system, which is what I'm gathering the resources for now. So, you may be wondering why I actually need a cobblestone farm that can produce so many items. Well, this video wasn't originally meant to be about me building a cobblestone farm. It was meant to be about me building a giant new storage system, because my current one isn't big enough and isn't fast enough. Anyway, after 2 weeks solid of building this new base, I wasn't even halfway finished with it. And for those who don't know, this is only a small channel, so I try to upload every month to keep it consistent. Therefore, if I had kept building, I would have not finished the video in time. So I decided instead to build this cobblestone farm, which I was going to build anyway in the video after I made my new storage system. And the reason I was actually planning to build a new cobblestone farm is because for that base I needed over 2,000,000 items, and almost 1,000,000 of that was stone, which took my old farm hours to produce. Even though I'm not planning on building any other projects with 1,000,000 stone anytime soon, this farm will be extremely useful in the future. By the way, if you do want to see the video of me building my new 2,000,000 block storage system, please consider subscribing, as it will be out exactly 1 month from now. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. It will be one of the biggest builds in Minecraft that you have ever seen. I may give you a little sneak peek later in the video, so keep watching. So, to put the size of this farm into comparison, the old one produced about 75,000 cobblestone an hour, or about 45 shulker boxes an hour. And to do this, the storage has 8 shulker box loaders. This new system has 80 shulker box loaders and produces 580 shulker boxes full of cobblestone every single hour. Now you may be quite surprised to hear this, but I didn't actually design the cobblestone farm myself, nor did I design the shulker loaders for the storage, although I did chain them together. But if you want to build either of these, they're both linked in the description, and they're both amazing designs, so I would recommend checking them out. Anyway, now I have all the resources I need to build the storage. So, I found a good spot over the ocean, which is near to my new base, to build the farm. And that's the storage for the farm completed. You can see just how many shulker loaders there actually are to do with all the cobblestone that's going to be coming through the system. So, the cobblestone will come along this water stream and go into these hoppers, which will then put it into shulker boxes, and then once the boxes are full, they get broken, sent along this chain of hoppers to this water elevator, which will take them up to where the chests are going to be when I build that with the main part of the farm. But before I do that, you may know that every episode I name fish after the people who commented on the last one. So, if you want to get a fish named after you in my next video, all that you need to do is comment on this video to reserve yourself a fish for next time, and I'll be reading and replying to every comment. So just say hi, or if you want to, ask me a question. So thank you to everyone who commented on my last video, and here are the fish from that video. As you can see, I'm currently naming them all, and then I'm going to be releasing them into the tank. But if I do get time in the next episode, I'm planning to build all of these fish a much better home. I'm transforming my old base into an aquarium for all the fish to live in. What I'm going to do is replace the chest with glass so they can swim freely around the whole base. And if you instead want me to name an axolotl or even a pufferfish, cod or a salmon after you, just let me know in your comment. And whilst you're leaving that comment, could you please subscribe, because we are getting so close to 40,000 subscribers. Thank you to everyone for the support, I really do appreciate it. Remember, don't forget to comment to reserve your fish for the next one. So now I'm gathering the resources for the actual cobblestone farm itself. And as I said before, I didn't design this farm, but the original design only produces just over 500,000 cobblestone an hour, So to achieve 1,000,000, what I'm actually going to do is build 2 of these farms together. Now despite what you may think, I don't actually need that many resources to build the farm. Or maybe I just think it's not that many, because a few weeks ago I had to gather 2 million items for my new storage system that I'm working on. But anyway, the most of an item that I actually need is just 1 shulker box of stone, and the rest is just a few blocks and redstone components, most of which, as you see, I already have in my storage system. Now speaking of my storage system, what am I actually going to be doing to make this new one better than the old one? Well, firstly, I'm going to add in more storage slots, because I recently had to expand this one, so for future updates I'm going to have empty slots. And secondly, to stop my chests overflowing, for every item I'm going to build it its own shulker loader, which then allows me to store over 500 million items in total in this new storage system, compared to less than 10 million in my current storage system, which should hopefully stop my chests from overflowing. Fingers crossed, because I'm not building a bigger one, because as I said, I've been building for 2 weeks straight and I'm not even halfway done. And as well as that, something that I've also started doing is planning for the video after that, where I'm going to be building all of the other essentials to go with my base, like a super smelter, a potion brewer, and a new 1.21 XP farm. And this cobblestone farm was originally going to be one of those farms. Now, I was also going to try and build Cubic Meter's insane autocrafter, but when I was testing it, I couldn't get it to work properly, as every time I tested it, something different broke. So at the moment, I'm actually attempting to build my own one. So, I'm not saying I will actually build one, but I may, as at the moment I'm having a lot of issues designing the farm, but if I can get it to work, I may be building that as well, but we will see. Anyway, enough talking about the future, let me tell you more about this cobblestone farm. So as I said, it was originally meant to be part of another video, but as I thought it was such a fun farm, I decided to make its own video instead. Now, the fact that this farm produces over 1,000,000 cobblestone an hour also makes it the fastest farm in my world, and now I've got all the items I need to build the farm, as you can see here. Now as I fly over to where I built the storage, there is a little sneak peek of what's coming in the next video. As you can see, it's pretty big, and it's not even finished yet. Anyway, now that I've found the storage, I can get to work building the cobblestone farm itself. And there it is, the fastest farm in my world, producing over 1,000,000 items per hour. So, what will happen is that the TNT will land on this obsidian, blowing up the stone which gets generated. And then, once it's broken, the cobblestone will flow down here, down into this water stream, and it will then flow along this pipe and into the storage. So, as you can see, I've loaded the machine up with empty shulker boxes, and now, if I switch it on and take a look, you can see the TNT being created up here, in the TNT juicer. It then falls down, past the observers, activating them, which causes them to push pistons, which generate the stone. As the stone generates, it gets blown up by the TNT instantly, and then all of the cobblestone from both machines flows together into this water stream, which takes it through all of the storage that I built earlier. So as you can see here, the cobblestone just picks up into the hopper, which then puts it into the shulker box. And then once the shulker box is full, it gets broken and sent up the water elevator into the storage. As you can see here, I've got one full shulker box of cobblestone. Now, I'm going to do a 1 hour AFK test of the farm to see just how many shulker boxes it can produce me. And that is the 1 hour up. So let's switch off the machine and wait for it to stop, and now that it has, you can see just how much cobblestone this farm has produced in only 1 hour. I don't think I'm ever going to need to AFK here again. Click this video if you want to see how I built Minecraft's fastest guardian farm, Or click this one if you want to watch me build Minecraft's fastest creeper farm. Thank you so much for watching, bye!